Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another one of my Ascension messages. My name is Bobby Richardson, and I will be your guide for today. So today we are going to do some live channeling messages to help us through the Ascension process, moving closer and closer to our authentic self, source energy, love, empowerment, all of that sort of stuff. First up, I have had a beautiful gift given to me. And I thought I would bring this live so that others can see her work. So I did this reading for this lovely lady, and she wanted to send this to me. So it was a charged energy spray. It is from divineenergyandlight.com, Big Bear Lake, NCA. So it's beautiful. It's got the Merkaba and that on the. Well, actually, it looks like more like, I don't think that is the Merkaba, but very beautiful, almost like stars within stars. Anyways, I will read out. This is her thank you note, and there's her logo if anyone wants to see that. There is a link down below for her work, for her stuff. Gorgeous spray, and it helps, clear your energy, bring you back to balance and to love and all that sort of stuff. She just wrote me a lovely little letter as well. Hi, Bobby. Just wanted to thank you for the work that you are doing. This is one of my creations from my heart to yours. Hope you love it. And it makes you feel empowered each time you use it. My guides help me to charge them, and I charge them with the best intentions. So it's beautiful. Any case, that is her work, and her name is Erica. And I'll put that aside for now. And I also have a bit of a fun thing. Hey, Nicole and Arnie. I have a bit of a fun thing. I went to shop with my beautiful girls, a bookstore that was like secondhand and that sort of stuff. But they had lots and lots of, nickety-knack noodles. And in one of the cases was this gorgeous coin. So it is a yes, no coin. And so I'll flip that at the end of the channel messages, and you can have held a question, and I'll flip it and we'll see what comes up for that question for you. What else is there? I've got another video coming up, and that video is all about higher dimensional understandings. So there's 5 points that they brought up about these higher dimensional understandings, and that is new ways, new laws, new ways of living instead of using the old paradigm of the polarity game. And this is bringing us ushering into new understandings of who we are and our empowerment. So look out for that one. Don't forget, I also did initiation contact to Pleiades, the Pleiadians, if you want to go have a look at that video last week. What else is there? So much work. Yes, I'm also an intuitive counselor, and a reader, obviously. I do tarot, I can do channel messages for you, go into your missions and everything like that, into your past, tap into your soul, that sort of thing. So if you want to book me, the link is down below. I'm all about empowering you to become more your authentic self, wherever that takes us, right? And to lose the fear on the way, so we're no longer afraid of moving forward and forward and forward. Any case, hey, Yannicka, hey, dear, good to see you, and Jules. Right, I want to get into these messages. A message did come through last night, and it was about learning to clear your path even more. So they did bring up in the past, when we have issues, we have problems and all of that sort of thing, and we're trying to deal with them. It's really interesting what they said. They said, when you call out for help in those moments, who do you think you contact that actually gives you a breath of fresh air or a release or okay, I can move forward now, or a message on how to move forward, or, you know, an action to do or something like that? And I said, I actually was thinking into it with them, and we come up with, it was our higher selves, and our future selves, that's what they said. So a personality within you that's already cleared everything. And then they said, so if you go back to that point and that person's you as a child or as a teenager or as a 20, 30, 40-year-old, whatever, was struggling, they said, if you realize you've already got through it because you're here now, and you can now revisit that moment and then think of a new story, think of, you know, gifting yourself some sort of newness, understanding, then you have actually cleared, your higher self has gone back and cleared your self before you knew how to clear it, or you thought you didn't know how to clear it. And the reason why it's already happened is because you're here in this point now going back. So that means you have already cleared it. So why are you still holding on to it in your thoughts, which then bring it back as a loop and keeps on infiltrating your reality again and again, for you to say, see, I need to protect, see, I need to think of it again, see, I need to, all of that sort of stuff. That they're trying to gift us a place where we can put a pin in it and stop it, and stop this revolving door of feeling like we have to overprotect ourselves as something that's happened in the past, by reliving and rethinking it over and over so that we can catch every angle with our logical brain only. But our logical mind can only see certain ways of being able to handle things. So we're then overprotecting in those moments of closing down our hearts, not allowing somebody into our life, not trusting anyone again, that sort of thing. That's all the logical mind can bring up. But when we go into our right hemisphere and we say, please bring me through a higher dimensional self, or a future self that knows or understands, or somebody, an etheric, an angel or something, you know, please universe, help me, back then you can step up as your future self and go, I'm going to go back, revisit that moment in that past thought, that when that happens, and I keep on repeating it in my life, in my mind, and see it from a very mature place. And this is one of the big healing things that I had to deal with within myself, because when you see it for what it is, it stops the tails chasing the tails, or it is actually the tails chasing the tails, so to speak, because your higher self has already seen that you've pulled through it, because you wouldn't be in the higher self sort of a place to go back and revisit it. All you're doing is looping your logical mind over it, so that you because your logical mind wants to take hold of it out of self-protection, thinking that it's doing a good job. This is where we say, still the mind, still the mind. I don't want to think of that anymore, because I've already pulled through it. You're already here. You're already past it. Why are you reliving it over and over and over in your thoughts? I hope I explained that well enough. But yeah, it was, they want us to clear a path where we come to a point where there's a pin in it, and we just go, I can start all over again. Here's my clear path. Who am I? What do I want? Now they're saying, now you can bring in the potential of who you truly are, because you're no longer clouding your thoughts with of the overprotection logical mind had, you know, from when you were younger. So now you have a clear path for, okay, what does my empowered self feel like? And you can tell that by watching certain people, how they present themselves. And then you could even like watch them and go, oh my gosh, I wish I could be like that. Oh my God, how awesome are they? Or you could be the opposite side. You could be like, oh my God, I have this jealous pang. Why have I got this jealous pang around that person? Both sides of the coin there are telling you that that person has something that you can become, you can thrive to become. Now, you're not going to become that person and it's never going to be that way, because if you did try to become that person, it would be fake. But there's something, an essence within that person, a maturity level, an understanding of who they are, how they present themselves, how they, hold themselves in their body, or whatever it is, the energy field around them. That is what you want to bring in, and that is the divine self. That is the empowered self. So once you've understood that you're now no longer going to replay these mind games anymore of the past reliving itself, which is only bringing focus in on it, coming back at you, so that you can confirm to your logical brain that it is something you need to protect yourself of, which ends up you protect it yourself again. It ends up bringing it back in again. See what I mean by the tail, chasing the tail here? And like put a pin in it, stop it, say no longer for that, because I've already healed myself through it. I've already pulled myself into this position of understanding that I can go further. And so that is not to be relived anymore. I'm not going to focus in on it. I'm now going to learn to have that clear path to focus in on bringing or ushering in who we are as our authentic self, the empowered person. They're bringing me to school, and they're bringing me to little children and stuff. We can teach our children this. We can teach our children how to find their empowered self. Little kids sometimes do tap into that. I know my daughter did. You could feel it when they talk to you in a certain tone, and I'm like, whoa, that's not a little child speaking anymore. That's something coming from the power of who they are. And then take note of your child when you feel that they're speaking from their authentic self, and don't put them down for it. Say, wow, that is very interesting. I would love to know more about that story, or whatever it is that they're trying to tell you. It might even be that they're giving you a lesson or something like that. Be open to children being in touch with their empowered self. We aren't taught any of this in schools or anything. And yet, if you were in a circle of higher dimensional aspects, of higher frequencies, there would be these circles of children learning to be in touch with their empowered self. When I was working with the Cherokee elder, she used to bring all the grandchildren and the children around her and say, who do you feel you are? Who do you feel you truly are? Nothing to do with what anyone else says. And then she got them to record who they really felt they were. And she gave them this openness, a platform, so to speak, a safety net, a safe platform for them to speak their truth in that moment and not be poo-pooed or belittled or whatever. And so they come up with these feelings or understandings about who they truly are, and they recorded them on a tape so that they could listen to them when they forgot who they truly were. They're also bringing me to tribes that do this too. When someone has faltered in their reality and they've done something wrong in their reality, and the tribe will circle them and then keep telling them little bits, beautiful bits about themselves. You are an amazing hunter. You are an amazing supporter. You are an amazing lover, or whatever it is. You are an amazing friend. Whatever it is. And then they would empower the person. So the person then remembers, oh my God, why am I doing? Literally they'll break down and cry because they realize that they were lacking in their empowerment, and that tribe surrounding them is reminding them of their beautifulness. And also bringing me to light and dark, or black white and light, black and lack. And they're saying you need both to have friction to create the world that you're living in, so that you're going on an adventure or a journey, but to never sit in that lack, to use it as a understanding of how beautiful the light is that is within you. That's interesting. So yeah, so there is a place for that lack within us, and it's okay to feel that, but don't relive it and relive it like they were bringing me back, at the very beginning of this channeling, reliving it through our logical mind, trying to overprotect ourselves. The best thing you can do is to teach yourself to let go of that. I can literally feel somebody else coming in now, and they're a lot gentler in their way of thinking, talking and speaking. But yeah, allowing that lack to be present in the moment so that you could feel the light or you could feel the empowerment within yourself. But when you recognize it as that lack, but never to hold on to it with your mind, to allow your thoughts to progress into the next moment, and trust, coming from a base of trust within yourself. There's a base of trust within ourselves that we're learning. These ascension messages are bringing us up a level. And sometimes they will remind you of things that you've already learned in the past, reconfirming that or bringing it back up again, because this is the moment of going back and forth until we get it to the point where we know we can shift our story and shift ourselves into a new story at any given moment. That is the empowerment you're looking for. The empowerment to know that you can shift your story at any given moment. That is the empowerment. Because when you know that you've got yourself into a position with someone, with a job, with whatever it is in the outside world that's showing up for you that you're not happy with, that you can center yourself into empowerment of who you are, and then say, I am the creator of my reality. I will move forward with intention and trust in myself, with flexibility. And that's coming up in the next video that I'm bringing up as well, those higher understandings. So watch that video. It's beautiful. It's another one of my I love doing the beautiful videos, where there's images, and, any case. Hi, Sky. Good to see you. And Lindy. So yeah, we free ourselves when we realize that we have the reins to our own creation, to our own reality. Sometimes when we do move forward, we're going to have to feel into any sort of lacks that are holding us limited. Go through the emotions of it. Go through the emotions. So yeah, that's to do with self. They're now wanting to bring me into a broader sense of the world as well as a whole of humanity's consciousness up-leveling. And the reason why they want to bring this up now is because there's going to be a massive up-level through 2024 of many more, recognizing and the disempowerment of those holding on to trying to control, be in power of others. Dismantling of that, because it's not in vibrational meet to who they know they are as the source of themselves, because it's in conflict of who they are And the reason why it's in conflict is because they are putting all their eggs into the outside basket of saying, see, I have that many people I can control. I have that many people I'm in power of. But if it is outside of them only, and it will be only outside of them, they haven't found the true self of source energy, which would never need that. It would never need to over empower everyone. It would never need to. It was when you come back to the true essence of your authentic self, you are just love, and everything outside of you is that reflection of the love of who you hold within yourself. And so you are a magnet for those coming in that have what you desire in the moment or need in the moment. If it was something outside yourself, and it would come, and you would have enough support within yourself to let it go when it needs to be let go and gifted to somebody else. So any outside sort of controlling or hoarding or whatever, that sort of energy is going to be dismantled in 2024, or start to be seen as dismantled, because more and more of us are starting to not need anyone. We're not looking for anyone else to control us. We're not looking for anyone else to tell us how to live our lives. We are trusting who we are and the divine right of who we feel we know that we are. And that in itself is awakening many more on Gaia, to realize that they can always find a crack in the system to find their way out. So there's a big shift happening in 2024. See what else is coming through for us right now, right here, right now, because there seems to be some big lessons going on, but valuable lessons of trusting. And sometimes that trust can also look into just staying present, and just staying present and holding, having, it's not that you are, it's not that you are, it's kind of like a staying card. Like I'm seeing, the one of the four, I think it's the Four of Swords and the Tarot, where they just lie down and they just stay. It's not that you're asleep. There's a waiting point for the rest. Remind yourself that there can be a waiting point for the rest of something to catch up to you, or the outside world to show you your true value. And in that moment, keep bringing yourself back to loving yourself. If you find that you are waking up in the middle of the night and having a negative thought coming up, or an icky feeling coming, the quickest way to shift this is to say beautiful things to yourself. Be the tribe. Be your own tribe around yourself. This is switching up your thoughts and letting go of any of that trying to overprotect logical mind, because you're now filling yourself with good affirmations about who you are, and empowerment suggestions about who you are. They're showing me, it's like there was a time when I went to, let's just say, a friend's place, and I love this friend absolutely dearly. And when I was there was a lot of negative energy, and they were stuck. They were trying to move into like buying a house. Everything was stuck. They were just kind of held there in this other location, this other house. And I noticed when I went to go to sleep, these things, I called them sticky beaks, came in my mind and tried to meddle with my mind while I was asleep. But I'm too self-aware, even when I'm in my dream world, of anything like that. So I asked, every time something like this happened to me, this is going back, holy crap, 25 years, like a long time ago now. But anytime something like this happened, I left it open. Like I was taught how to clear houses and how to do all that sort of stuff, but I left it always open because every energy is a different energy. So I always left it open for newness to come in. And then what they showed me was to get rid of this overbearing energy that was trying to play games in these people's minds of looping them into self-sabotaging thoughts. They showed me this mother drum, and they bet this mother drum. This is my guides, sorry, showed me this mother drum. And so they said, focus on the drum beat, focus on the drum beat. And it was kind of like a heartbeat. So it was kind of like my own heart, which was racing anyway. So I was like focusing on this drum beat, and then I slowed it down. And then I kept on focusing on this drum beat. So when I was asleep, I was still focusing on it. And this entity, this whatever meddlesome was trying to get into my subconscious mind, could not get through this drum beat because I was so focused in on it. And then I used the drum to help clear and transform the energy into a higher frequency. And so, in any case, that's another story. But they're bringing that up because we can be that mother drum within ourselves of, I'm not focusing in on that. I mean, the other way is to just keep putting a default image in your head of every time I catch myself thinking something not so good, I'm going to put this default image. You can shift your energy from a really icky feeling to a feeling very quickly. If you can learn to do that, that is the key to you becoming more authentic. It's not that you stop all negative thoughts or anything like that. It's the ability to shift your thoughts very quickly that gives you the freedom to move forward. So yeah, hey Cherie, good to see you in the chat bar too. Also, I thought just for fun, because I haven't done this for a while, anyone in the chat bar, I'll give a couple of tarot if you want after this channeling to help you through, because I feel like, I don't know, there's just some sort of feeling of needing a little bit of extra help to burst through the bubble of awareness that we have this, that we've got this, that we are the creator of our reality, that we've got this. No matter where you are in your life. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I thought that I would do that and just bring up help a couple of people out, and also do my yes no coin. See if there's anything else coming through. For now. They're bringing up friendships and so forth as well. New friendships that are coming in. They're showing me, like, because we are a lot of us who are doing this work, especially now, and the ones that have come forth, at the moment, we are loners. We are, we've learned to embrace our own self and our own energy. We're quite capable. But to move to the next step, we need to unite, and we need to start to trust in others. And really, it's a trusting within yourself game, not trusting in others, because you're trusting yourself to, one, set up certain boundaries for other people. You're trusting yourself to choose who you allow in to your life. And they're saying, if you do come across new friends and stuff, which if you feel that there's something going a little squiff, don't completely tear yourself away from them. Pull yourself back a little bit and reanalyze yourself, like center yourself back into love, to the central point of who you are, and then reapproach them again and see how that goes. So yeah. Hey Jules, just had a deja vu moment. Oh, I love those moments. Completely in sync, right? And when you're in the zone too, when you're in the zone with something, everything starts to move very uh, easily, like systematically. I don't know if that's the right word to use there, but my English isn't very good, but that's the word they're using, systematically, where everything is cohesively moving together, one then the other. You'll feel the flow. It just naturally flows and happens easily. And it doesn't even matter if you're two different people thinking two different, entirely different things or whatever. When you come together from the heart space of that, they're showing me the flower of life, a tree of life. When you link with another from love of self, you will find a space where you can flow, where it flows. That's another thing that will happen between new people coming in that are meant to be, that are part of your journey, part of your next journey of creation. Because the leveling up is bringing in groups that can chop and change, like people come in and out of these groups, but there's a specific energy underlining the group that holds solidity through trust in oneself, meeting at the vibration of love, meeting love. And that's coming through as well. So I know with myself, I've started, a local thing called The Gathering, and I'm just been inundated with people wanting to meet up, which is, I was like, whoa, that many people. So luckily the place that I chose, or they helped me choose to meet up, was fine with that many people. Yeah, there's going to be a knowing oneself when we move in, that we're all coming from love. And you're going to have those that are coming in that aren't, but that's okay, because they won't meet your vibration anyway. And you'll see them for who they are. So then you need to go and sort yourself out over there, because this is my vibration that I'm carrying. So to meet me, you have to meet love, that sort of thing. These are the higher frequencies. It's not saying that I'm going to fall, when I do the gathering, I might fall back a bit and then come back up and that sort of thing, because we're learning at the moment. We're all learning. Never be too hard on yourself. There's a trust, though, within ourselves, that even if we do falter or we do find ourselves in a bit of a pickle, that we can always bring ourselves back to central self and shift the story back to love again. Okay, any case, I will do a couple of cards and some readings for somebody if they want. I haven't done this for a while, have I? Because I didn't want to do the tarot anymore, but I don't know. Let's just do it. I'm in a fun kind of a energy myself. So, and I think it's because the coin I just bought, and I really want to use that coin. So I will hold on to a yes, no question at the end there. So if you've got a specific question you need a yes, no answer to, think of that in the meantime as well. So if I don't read you, then at least you've had that yes, no coin. Funny how these things come and go, isn't it? Okay, so I'm using the tarots. Christina G. Christina G. I am feeling with you, Christina G, that there's a flowering about to happen. It's kind of like one side of you is really on par, knowing, understanding who you are, and then there's this still a bit of a hold somewhere. There's a tight, hold that's preventing you from seeing yourself clearly in certain aspects of your life. And it's not in everything. It's just in certain aspects. But it's almost like you keep on focusing on when you do know, or you do know your empowered self, those moments when you do feel that, focus more and more and more on that. It will actually help shift those blockages that are coming. It's funny, like no cards are popping out, but I'm getting a channel message as I look at the coin. Actually, I'm going to turn it around because it's on night, but it doesn't matter. Yes or no, doesn't matter. Oh, we'll choose one card for you. Yeah, there's you've got the walking away card from something that might be holding you, that you've probably come to the point of, okay, I've filled as much as I can with this journey and this point of my life, and I need to be able to walk away. But it's almost like I literally feel that this person is just standing there. Usually they're walking away, but to me at the moment with you and your energy, they're just pausing, like a pause of am I ready for this? Kind of like, am I ready for this? And they're telling me it's okay to just pause. Sometimes we need to take a little break. I did feel that in the channeling too at the beginning. So yeah, there's a pause or something that's okay to be in but they're saying seed yourself with more love or finding empowerment within yourself, and it will start to move one step. Okay, who else have I got here? Brian Hoff. Okay, so we've got something that's hidden from you, the moon card, something that's, let me just tap into this. There's something, illusion, that's an illusion that you have held within yourself. You've held this, there's something that you've held within yourself, and it's kept you in what you thought was a safety net, but it's actually stopping you. See, this person has a bandage on his head, and he's gone through quite a bit. Now, strangely enough, when this card came out, though, this moon card, I literally thought, oh, it's the sun card. So I thought, oh, it didn't feel that with you. But now I see why they gave me the thought that it was a sun card, because there is a quickening that can happen when you start to really look at yourself, and any sort of illusion that you were holding on to that's kept you safe, it's actually kept you in a limited concept of who you are. So when you start to realize that, there's the sun card, the most positive card of the deck, the sun, everything starts shining, illuminating. You illuminate yourself, and you're like, oh, I know how to free myself now. And when you learn a lesson like that, when you learn how to free yourself, then you don't need to look at anybody else to free you anymore. You don't need to even seek help or pay somebody else to heal you. You can do it within yourself again. So that is the actual gift you are being given from that, which is beautiful. Sky, I was looking at you when these cards just flew out for you, so I'm going to go with this. Sky, chalice. So you've got the Two of Cups, meeting in a love vibration of self, but always keeping open to new choices coming into your life. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, and that is a beautiful card, and the Knight of Chalice. So there's a movement forward here that is wanting to be taken into an even more authentic self. It's going to bring you even more abundance. You're moving forward. You're holding your cup of love, and this is quite a fast-moving Knight as well, Knight of Chalice. And so, yeah, and look at it. Yeah, you've got two love two chalices and a chalice here that this person's holding, plus in the middle of this, your wishes come true, your abundance coming in. So some sort of choice, though, I feel, with this Lover's card that could be happening with you, but they want you to choose love for self, not for what other people are thinking or saying or telling you or you feel you should do. It could be a choice that might be a little different to what other people expect of you, and that's okay. It's going to move forward, and you're going to come into even more empowerment of who you are, more authenticness, more. I just keep saying more around you. more. Very intriguing, Brian. Okay, yeah, just look into that, Brian. There's something that's going to show you a new path for yourself of understanding. Anyway, Jules, it's funny, you like just had a deja vu moment. You haven't actually asked for a reading, but for some reason I hooked into you then. Yes, please. Okay, you do have a yes, please up there. Jules. Because I won't read for someone that doesn't have yes, please in the chat. Oh, you know, yay me, or yeah, or a thank you, or whatever. So, acknowledgement. Jules, interesting that I went into that. An acknowledgement. Maybe you're seeking an acknowledgement or seeking something. Seeking an acknowledgement. Be careful that you're not seeking an acknowledgement from someone that cannot gift it to you, because it might hold you in limitations of who you truly are. So you might be seeking something for yourself. So you've got the Devil card, which is a limitational card, like somebody who's you're looking for something outside of you. And there's nothing wrong with looking outside, for gaining something outside of us. It isn't. But when we do it in a way that's that isn't coming, that you've got also the 9 of Wands that came out, and the 10 of Chalice in reverse. This is what you're seeking. The 10 of Chalice. You're seeking everything to be perfect, everything to be beautiful, everything to move into feeling really good about who you are. But this energy here is almost like trying to seek it. Like I'm seeing this person now peering out of his little bandage that he's got wrapped around me, trying to find something in a place that might not be able to reciprocate. So be aware that you might be looking for something that someone might not be able to reciprocate in this moment, or reciprocate. And and it's not to say that they won't be able to in the future, but at this moment we need to keep moving towards the love of who we are, not in. It's almost like be careful of the hope. Be careful of the hope, because it can limit you, which then limits them, which you end up in a holding cell of each other, limiting yourself. Okay, who else have I got? Platform 934. 9 3/4. I just got that. I wonder if you're a Harry Potter fan. I love that. That's really groovy. The magic, right? The magic. The portal. Ooh. Are you a portal to a different dimension within yourself? A light worker that's come here to show other people that there's another way. Bringing in different energies. I literally feel Yoda around me now. This is really weird with you. What a strange and interesting and very exciting energy platform. Yeah, I like it. I like that feeling. Okay, let's get into the reading though. Okay, this is what's pulled up for you, so I'm just going to go with this. even though I'm feeling all of that, there could be a fight that you're trying to fight for that you need to put down the wand. It's time to move on. Like you have the Four of Swords in reverse, moving on from the fights and all of that. Had enough of that. It's draining my attention. It's draining my energy. It's too much. And then you did have the Sun in reverse coming in. So the Sun is positive no matter what, whether it comes in reverse or not. And yes, but it is attaining to become more authentic in yourself and allowing certain fights to be let go of so that you can see that power of who you are. It's going to bring you a fresh new perspective. There's a fresh new perspective coming in for you because of that. Okay, Deirdre and Deirdre. Well, that one just flew out for you. So something fast moving coming in for you, Deirdre, and something fast moving. It's coming in quickly. It's something that you have. They're saying something that you desired or you wished for in the past, and now your attention has been taken by something else. And even if it was a negative something else, it doesn't matter, or something, the attention was taken into something else because you needed to stop focusing in on this wish for it to come in, because it was like the focus that you had on it was holding you in a limited state, because the logical mind had held the focus and not the focus of intention of moving and flowing with the energy of the universe. So that couldn't come in. It was held by, it has to be a specific way it has to come in. Because your logical mind said, this is the way that it should come in, because that's what the outside world teaches me. That's what's expected. And they're saying that you needed to be diverted in order for it to now come in, and it will come in quickly. So even if you're not there, even if you are feeling like you're now learning to let it go, and now for your focus on something else, something might even take your attention that's not so good, because it's actually shifting your focus so that you can bring it in, because that is a bigger wish for you. It is going to come in. Let's put it that way. Okay. Thanks, Margaret. Don't forget to hit the like. Yay. Bar as well. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you reminding me of that. I do forget to say that sometimes. Yeah. And if you are interested in a one-on-one reading, I am here. I am here. Right. Let's go with Dare Read. Oh, that flew out for you, dear. So we have the Six of Pentacles. Let's let me feel into that. A giving and taking of equal standings. A realization that energy flows, not to hold on to it so tightly that it envelops you, because something else wants to come in for you. A new thing, something new, something that wants to come in for you. Now, sometimes some people can see that card as the past card, but also has a very underlining energy of past lives revisiting us, to understand that the past, if you've had a past life in the last few thousand years with all masculine energy being the one that's the logical mind being in charge, then there can be sometimes a clearing that needs to happen of realizing that you don't need to hold on to something so much, because that is the energy of what we've just come out of, to allow a faith within your energy states, your energy holding itself enough for to be a magnet, rather than to feel like you have to hold on to something in case it never comes back again. When we start to realize we're a magnet for all coming into us, then we have more freedom. We are looking for freedom. We are literally looking for freedom. This human psyche isn't, why do we say we want money? Why do we say we want, to have enough in our bank accounts and that sort of thing? Because we want freedom. We want the ability to live our life as we feel we deserve, or we wish, or we want to expand our reality, come into more adventures or whatever. We want freedom. Freedom to be able to choose whether to be with this person or not, not be held in by the feeling of lack, that we don't have enough. So in the end, freedom truly comes from, because you can have a lot of money in your bank account and then have a lot of people coming into your life wanting that money, and it's not giving you any more freedom. It's just actually shifting your story from being a poor person into being a really a person that has to over protect, and all the energy goes into that. Still not freedom. So just be aware of that. There's a reason for I'm bringing that up for everybody. That was coming forward. Yeah. Who else can I read for anyways? Guardian 98. Guardian 98. Guardian 98. Temperance and Swords. Well, you're just ping-ponging back and forth. Like finding balance within yourself. Literally, they're saying that there could be something that's coming up for you that you're overthinking about. Look deeper into that to be able to shift it, because there's a reason why it's coming up for you, so that you can step forward into becoming your true angelic self. The guardian of the guardian. That's interesting, because that is your name and it is coming up. Literally coming closer and closer to who you truly are authentically. If there is anything that's playing a mind game, come ask yourself, what would love do in that moment? When it comes up and you don't know how to fix it, let it go. Let the universe take you and say, what would love do? Now I am love. What would love do in this moment? And take a deep breath and feel into it. And it might be the opposite of what you thought, but just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. What would love do? Yeah. Okay. Who else have I got here? You also got Guardian, the Empress in reverse. So yeah, there's something very powerful that you're wanting to move into, or that you are moving into. A spark within yourself that you're igniting. A chance for you to become more. A chance for you to become more. Sometimes though, even though we have done a lot of shedding and all that, even though we've done all that, sometimes we need to release even more and release things outside of us too. Don't move too quickly, they said. That's interesting. Okay. They're talking about releasing within yourself. Maybe don't release outside yourself just until you've found the true authentic who you are, because you might approach this energy in a different way. You might approach it differently because you're coming from a different perspective when you're empowered. And this is what we're doing. We're shifting up to different perspectives of ourselves. When you see yourself from a different light, a different perspective, you start to see the world differently. And that's when things change. Higher dimensions start to come and play. Okay, I'm going to flip a coin anyway. I've been practicing flipping my beautiful coin. Anyone wants to see how gorgeous it is? Look how gorgeous this is. I mean, it's back to front, but yeah, it's gorgeous. Anyway, if you have a question, think of it now, and then I will flip the coin and give you what the answer is. So I'm just going to clear my mind completely. Okay, and I hope that I don't hit my computer screen with the coin. Okay, so everybody, it is a yes. So that is your answer. Right. Well, that was fun. A little bit different because I haven't done any sort of readings for a while. So yeah, if you like me to do those readings, those little readings underneath after the channeling, let me know in the comments or something below, because I don't usually go over the chat bar after, but any comments I will read. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do these more, because yeah, stepping into new things here as well. Anyways, should I book a one-on-one with Bobby? Woohoo, it's a yes. I like that one too. I love doing readings for people. I really love it. Yeah, I'm really grateful for those readings. Any case, until next time, I think. And don't forget, I have this new video coming up. Don't forget that I also have initiation to contact with Pleiadians video. And this new video is new higher dimensions into understandings, into new understanding, sorry. Higher dimensional understandings is what it's called. And that's really got a lot of powerful messages in there as well. So cool. Love you guys heaps. I always love meeting your vibe, your vibration in the chat bar. You guys are fantastic, and have a fantastic week, year, month, life, rest of your life. Until next time. Bye.